Here we are at the final video in this series, and I want to start by acknowledging something. If you've been working through the workbook and following along with these videos, you've done some real work in self-study, svadhyaya. This isn't the kind of surface-level exploration that you can do while scrolling through your phone. You've been asking yourself hard questions and sitting with honest answers. That takes courage. And it tells me something important about the kind of yoga teacher you are going to be. Today, we're talking about your teaching vision, pulling together everything you've discovered about your story, your message, your rules, and your next steps into a clear picture of where you're headed as a teacher. And then I want to get really practical about what that might look like in terms of the next steps you could take to learn and to grow. And I want to be really honest about something. Your vision is probably going to change. Mine has multiple times over the past 20+ years I've been teaching yoga. The teacher I am today is really different from the teacher I was when I started, and different from the teacher I thought I would become. But having a vision, even one that evolves, gives you something to aim for. It helps you make decisions about opportunities, about continuing education, about how you spend your time and energy. So how do you create a teaching vision? Let me share with you the process I walk through with teachers in my mentorship programs. First, start with service. Who do you most want to serve? Not who you think you should serve or who seems most profitable, but who genuinely lights you up when you think about helping them through yoga. Maybe it's people like you were when you first came to yoga, stressed, tight, skeptical. Maybe it's athletes who need to learn how to balance effort with ease. Maybe it's older adults who want to stay strong and flexible. Maybe it's people dealing with anxiety or grief or major life transitions. There's no wrong answer here. There's only your answer. And when you get clear on who you most want to serve, everything else becomes easier to figure out. Second, think about transformation. What change do you want to help create in people's lives? Again, not the change you think you should want to create, but the change that really feels most meaningful to you. Maybe you want to help people feel comfortable in their bodies. Maybe you want to help them develop tools for managing stress. Maybe you want to help them build physical strength or find inner peace or simply have 1 hour a week where they feel fully present. The transformation you are called to facilitate, that becomes the heart of your teaching vision and your teaching voice. Third, consider your unique approach. Based on everything you've discovered about your story, your message, and your values, how do you want to facilitate that transformation? What's your particular way of teaching and being with students? Here's how I want you to think about choosing your next step. Start with your vision of who you want to serve and how. Then work backward to figure out what skills and knowledge you need to serve them well. There's no one right path. There's just the path that serves your vision and fits your life. And here's something else I want you to consider. You don't have to figure this out alone. One of the things I'm most proud of is the community we've built around learning to teach well. Whether that's in our formal training programs or in the free zone community or in my mentorship program, we are all about supporting each other's growth together. Because here's what I've learned after all these years in this field. The yoga world needs all kinds of teachers. It needs the Instagram famous teachers with hundreds of thousands of followers, and it needs the quiet teachers who work with 12 students in a church basement. It needs the teachers who can break down complex poses and the teachers who can hold space for emotional healing. It needs teachers who are 25 and teachers who are 65. Teachers who can do advanced poses, and teachers who lead from chairs. What the yoga world needs from you is your authentic contribution, your particular way of understanding and sharing this practice. So as you create your teaching vision and find your teaching voice, resist the temptation to compare yourself to other teachers or to try to be what you think the yoga world wants. Instead, trust what you've discovered about yourself through this process. Trust your story. It's preparing you to serve specific students in ways that other teachers can't. Trust your message. It's exactly what some people need to hear. Trust your questions about the rules. They're making you a more thoughtful, adaptive teacher. and trust your next steps, even the small ones, are taking you in the right direction. Because your teaching vision isn't just something to think about, it's something to move toward, one step at a time. And remember, you don't have to have it all figured out to begin. You just have to begin. The yoga world is waiting for your voice. Your students, the ones who need exactly what you have to offer, they are out there looking for you. So take that next step, and then take the one after that. I am honored to be part of your journey, and I can't wait to see how your teaching vision unfolds. But for now, take what you've learned, trust your instincts, and start moving toward that vision. The world needs yoga, y'all, and the world needs what you have to offer as a yoga teacher.